Good morning, I'm Jill Kuramoto.
And I'm Mahealani Richardson. It is 6 o'clock Thursday, February 9th.
A dramatic rescue at sea just in time. This morning, 3 people are glad to be coming to shore on board a Horizons shipping freighter after their boat capsized in rough water early Wednesday.
KITV4's Ryan Kalei-Suji has been following this developing story and joins us live now from Pier 51 with the latest. Ryan, it's an incredible story.
Yeah, good morning, Mahealani. Incredible story as we get to really hear just what happened out there on sea right off the coast of Hilo when this ship ran into some trouble. I'm actually joined this morning now by one of the surviving members of that vessel, Mitch James from Canada. Mitch, glad to have you here on land here. If you can kind of just, let's go back a little and talk to us a little bit about what your plans were initially for this trip, when you guys left, and what you guys had planned out for this initial trip.
Me and a friend, Eli Degani, own a sailboat. We're from Edmonton, Canada, and the idea to have a sailboat in Hawaii was good because I don't know, Hawaii is the best place to surf. We know that, and my family's been coming to Hawaii for my whole life. We've been taking vacation here, and even my dad was interested in buying into the boat, and you know, so he could use it too if he wanted, and but we had to get it to Hawaii first. So me and Brad and his son, and there were other couple crew members. We went to Puerto Vallarta where the boat was. We plan to sail it to Hawaii. So let's do this.
So you guys left on January 11th, you said, and you expected a long trip, but what happened out there, and what caused the ship to run into some trouble?
We were prepared. We brought new batteries, new windmill, inverter. We had everything to have a good working sailboat all the way to Hawaii, and it wasn't very long after we left when things started to go not so good. I was getting pretty seasick. Another crew member was getting seasick. And the other crew member, he said, "This is too long. I got a lot of stuff I got to do. I didn't know it was going to be this long." We left too late, which we did. We left later. We were fixing up the boat, getting it ready, and they got off in San Benedicto, where the dive boats are, and it was just me, Brad, and West left. And we said, we want to get this boat to Hawaii. We gotta sail it to Hawaii. So we continued on. The dive boat helped us out with our batteries, which had died because our windmill wasn't working right. And just like I said, stuff started breaking, and then we'd fix it. More stuff would break, we'd fix it. We'd run into some weather, and we'd get through it. And on Tuesday, after we'd been at sea for over 2 weeks since we left San Benedicto, we started to get some big waves and some big wind, and the forestay on the mast broke, which is holding up the front of the mast. And we had extra parts, and Brad wanted to call the Coast Guard, see what our options were, and said, okay, figure out what we can do. And they said, there's this ship close by if you need to, that can come to you if you need it to. He said, okay, well, we're going to try to fix it, and then we'll let you know if we can or not. And that's when I went. We took the main halyard and hooked it into my harness, and Brad hoisted me up that mast to hook up another cable on this mast. And the seas were maybe 10 or 15 feet, and I'm to go up that mast, and the boat's just rocking like you wouldn't believe, and I was just swaying back and forth and just getting beat up pretty good, just trying to hang on to that thing. And I just hold that thing and with my tools and try to get it hooked up, and all I could do is get up to the second spreaders and just hook that cable around, and I said, Brad, get me back down, and it jammed. The halyard jammed, and he couldn't get me down, and I'm up there just and I'm sure more than anything he wanted to get me down, but there was nothing. He was doing everything he could, and eventually, with my weight up there, the mast ripped the shrouds out of the deck and just tipped back, and I was luckily land in the water. I missed the boat by closer than I felt lucky to be here.
Right, and so later the Horizon Lines came and rescued you guys.
And that's when we said, okay, we need that ship to come to us. And that was, and by then the seas were getting worse, and the winds were picking up, and the waves were getting bigger, and they were up to 25 feet high now, and we had to get on this ship off our boat.
Yeah, so we've been talking about the severe weather all along, all weekend, and this is a crew that actually lived through that severe weather. We'll have more of their just unbelievable rescue coming up a little bit later, but for now, back to you guys back in the studio.
Ryan, what a compelling story, and it's good to see that they're okay. I think he's obviously a little shaken. Mitchell looks a little shaken, but they have quite a story to tell, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially for that 9-year-old boy. I mean, you really feel for them. Ryan, thank you so much.